Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Head and face shave today. I'm going to try, I'll do it in 2 videos, why not? I'm smashing everyone with videos anyway. Obviously not everyone's watching them because I'll be driving some people nuts with the amount of uploads I'm doing. I'm going to be using Mitchell's Wool Fat again because I absolutely loved using it. But I'm going to use it today with my Simpsons Chubby 2 in Best Badger, which I've heard is a cracking combination. The colours are certainly a good combination, cream on cream. But anyway, let's get stuck in. So the soap, as we all know, is Mitchell's Wool Fat. I got mine in a little ceramic tub. The soap is rock hard. Now I tried to move it from where it was stuck in the bottom of the bowl, the little jar, and it's just literally stuck there and I can't move it. I've actually crushed a bit of the soap with my nail. So let's just get the brush out. Now, every shave I've used this brush, I think I've lost hairs. Every single shave. I haven't had a lather yet where I haven't lost any fibres from this brush. But it is the Simpsons Chubby 2 in Best Badger. There we go. That's what the knot looks like. Well soaked, it's been soaking for about 20 minutes. I just made the young fella his dinner. It's got a nice bit of scent to it now from the soaps I've been using. I'm just going to flick a little bit more of the water out. I don't want it too wet going into the fat. And here is the Mitchell's Wool Fat. So straight onto there. I think the density of this brush is really going to assist in making an amazing lather here, because this is one very, very dense knot. Or maybe I'll fail miserably and this knot just won't work for me in the fat. But so far it has been absolutely knocking lathers out of the park. This soap with any brush, I've used it with boa, Badger and synthetic. This is the second time with Badger. Obviously a different quality of Badger, but Badger all the same. It's going to be a warm water shave, but I'm going to have to refill the sink again. I might just use the water that's in there. The water will be very lukewarm. It's been sat in there for about 15-20 minutes. I was intending to shave straight away, but yeah, look at the amount of hairs coming out of this brush. You see it? I'm just going to pluck all of them out. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. And I haven't even loaded it yet completely. Excuse me. I'm going to wipe some of this foamy stuff on my head just now. So much coming out of the bowl. Yeah, I think this brush, I don't know whether it's a shedder, whether I've damaged it, I really don't know. But it won't hold on to, the hairs just seem to keep coming out. I'm not worried about it, like I say, it was a trade. Look, there's another 2. They're just plucking out 3. That's another 3. That's about 7 or 8 just in this one load. I'm not even started lathering it. Now, if I'm doing something wrong, I'm going to empty this out actually. So I want to rinse the soap out. I actually really enjoy the scent of this Mitchell's Wool Fat. It's really nice. It's the more I use it, the more I like it type of scent. It's almost like it's getting better the further I'm getting into it. Now, I have to be honest here and say, there's another one. There's another 2. It's not good, it's not looking good. Telling it, is that another one? No. I say it's a very, very dense brush. I'm losing way more hair from it. than I would like to, whether it's dense or not. I don't think I'm being overbearing with it. I don't think I'm smashing it, like being too rough with it. There's another one. It's possibly just turning into a shader. The bloke I bought it from, I don't think he'd really used it much. Said it wasn't a shader, and I've got no reason whatsoever to doubt him. It's just funny how I seem to get these really nice brushes, and all of a sudden they start shedding. So all I'm doing here really, right now, there's another one. It's just beating the lather. It seems to, when you load the brush with Mitchell's wool fat, it's very airy. So I find this process here is a bit like trying to beat the air out of a cake. I don't know. All I'm trying to do is get it looking very pasty like that, so that when I start painting the water in, I don't have loads of air bubbles to deal with. I'm not having to get rid of the air bubbles every single time. And as we can see, just from so far, it's making a really dense glossy lather already. So I'm going to start dipping the tips now. I'm just going to spray it straight away. I do my head lathers a little bit differently to my face. Start spraying the brush and start building the lather. I'm going to have a look at this right now and just see how many more hairs are coming out. Is that coming out? Yeah, there's another one. I'll be gutted if it just continues shedding and never stops, but whenever it's dead, it's such a good knot. Just going to sprinkle some water on top of the brush. Now that I've got a bit of use in my left arm again, my elbow is starting to get better. I'm starting to get a bit more range of movement. Let's check it again. Yeah, there's two. Another one. Two. I'll just do a few more strokes and check again. Oh, looks alright now. So a bit more water. See it just growing massively. I really enjoy working with this soap. I know this sounds crazy, but it's so easy to work with if you get enough load into your brush. It's incredible. And someone did ask, is this the same as Kent shaving soap? And yes, it is. Apparently this is the exact same stuff as Kent shaving soap. Mitchell's wool fat make it for Kent shaving soap, and it's just rebranded wool fat. There's another here. I can't grumble with the lather. The lather's incredible. Now this is still too dry. I'm going to add just a touch more water to it, not much. So that was 3 good drips of water on there. Yeah, that's better. It's really loosened it up a little bit. You can see that gloss on there, hopefully. The brush is absolutely chock-a-block, like just caked full of lather. I mean, how good is that? Right, that'll do me. I'm not going to add any more, but that lather is absolutely tremendous. It really is. Another here, I don't know how many's that now, 15, 20? I'm sure someone's counting them up. Right, the razor. the Start razor, CNC machined out of Russia, 0.9 blade gap. Oh, this is just a closed comb, sorry, closed comb, and I've got a second and third use. Let me just double check. This is a third use Gillette Super Thin from Thailand, and here we go. You can see how dense that lather is. Barely felt that cut anything as well. Now of course I used the Boss Cod blade in this the first time around and got a pretty good shave. Not on the head, on the face at least. So I'm expecting wonderful things with the Gillette blade in here. Gillette blade, especially the Super Thin, has got some lovely sharpness to it, and with the slickness and protection you get from the Mitchell's wool fat, I'm expecting to have a cracking shave here. I will say one thing, it feels a lot milder, believe it or not, than the Carve 0.85 C plate. This feels milder, even though it's 0.05 of a blade gap more. Got another here, another fibre. It's certainly not a hair off my head, that's for sure. This is a really, really smooth shaver. The lather's so thick, I'm struggling to get it out. Like I say, I've still not quite mastered lathering this. But I haven't made a bad lather with it yet. I'll be back in a second. And we're back. Right, first pass was absolutely lovely. I will say it's not as close as I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a lot closer than that, especially with the Gillette Super Thin. Now, with the Carve, I'm pretty sure on the first pass with the grain I was getting a closer shave than that. But I am finding with stainless razors, especially this one, this is a heavy razor, that I'm really holding it off my skin and possibly holding it off too much. This is so slick, this is so to the point that it's just not cutting enough. So that could be part of the issue, I'm not 100% sure, but look how dense this lather is. I've heard a lot of people say that they like this soap, but it's not quite to the standard of some artisans. I mean, I personally, and I know this isn't a clean soap in terms of artisan soaps with ingredients, but the ingredients list isn't too bad. There's still stuff in it a lot of people wouldn't want to use. It's obviously not any good for vegan or vegetal soap users. This needs a lot of water. Let's see how many hairs I've lost now. There's another one. There's another two. They're just falling out constantly now. Just dip the brush. I'm not pushing super heavy with this brush, believe it or not. It looks like it is in the camera, but no, I can't put my. I don't know why I'm losing so many fibres from this knot. Just adding loads of water here. Three drips in. There's 4 drips in. I'll go one more. There's another here. hydrate it quite a bit here. See what happens when you hydrate it quite a lot. Tell you what it does do, it gives you a really glossy lather. Over here. Honestly, can you ask for better than that, really? Now I've used this is the 4th time I've used this soap with 4 different knots, and I've had nothing but exceptional lathers. I have not had a bad lather from this soap. I haven't even come close to a bad lather. Right, the start razor against the grain. The performance qualities of this soap are just sensational. I know I keep saying it. I know you guys will be sick of hearing it. You're probably sick of seeing the soap, to be honest, being used. And it does have its elite lovers, and it has its haters as well. And I have to say, I was not a hater, just I was more annoyed that I just couldn't get it to lather, really, if I'm honest. Now that I can get it to lather, it's sensational. I think if you've never used it, it's definitely worth at least trying once. Just make sure to overload the brush. I think if you overload the brush, you'll get a stunningly good lather with minimal fuss and effort. That felt like I just nipped the head off a spot. Now, of course I can't see the back of my head, but I'm pretty sure I've just taken the top off a spot. Maybe not. Maybe not. Got a couple of little weepers. One right there. That's unusual. Let's have a bit of a feel. So slick. Right, I'm just going to use residual slickness. Oh, look at that, I can reach my head with my left hand now. It's not great, but I can reach it. I can't obviously stretch because I've got zero strength in my arm. So for anyone that missed my recent prognosis on my arm, it healed about 10 to 15% on the underside, nothing on the inside of the bone. And as a result, the cast was removed. I was signed off working for a further 6 weeks. Whew, I haven't had a great shave today, I can tell you that. Look at that. Post shave's incredible on this soap. Now, I don't know whether it's the blade or the razor, whether my skin's reacted a little bit to the soap. I've been shaving every sort of day or two as well, which my skin and my head is just really not used to that amount of shaving, but still, beautiful shave. Right, I am going to clean the brush out, because I'm going to start with a fresh lather for my face shave as well. And just, I suppose, try and beat this knot into submission, stop it from losing hairs, just lose all the hairs it has to lose and hopefully it'll stop. So at this stage, I don't fancy my chances. Yeah, definitely, I've got quite a fair bit of irritation in the back of my head, I can feel it. Another one, bites the dust. Another one, they're just coming out left, right and centre now. Right, so the soap was Mitchell's Wool Fat shaving soap. Quality soap, absolutely love it. Holy shit, that's really not good. Fucking hell, that's the worst I've ever had, I think. That's real bad. That's Alan Block territory. This is going to hurt. Jesus. I haven't felt pain like that in my head for forever. I don't think I've ever damaged my skin that bad with a shave, and yet that felt very smooth and very comfortable, most of it. Wow, that's incredible. That's going to take a bit of picking through it to figure out what the actual problem was, but that's still bleeding, so I've obviously had some real issues there. Anyway, I showed you the soap. The brush was my Simpsons Chubby 2 Best Badger. Beautiful brush, love the knot, it's just shedding like mad. And the razor, I don't know, it could be the razor. Maybe I've just had a shit shave with the razor. I really don't know. It's so heavy, it's very hard to sort of pinpoint the amount of weight and pressure to use. And the blade, the Gillette Super Thins are a very thin blade, and they are very, very sharp. So it's almost, in my opinion, it's very similar in terms of shave feel and quality to a feather blade. So it could definitely be down to that, but that's you still see that there. I'm amazed. My skin, luckily, my skin feels very nourished from the soap. I've obviously put the alum block on as well, but my skin feels lovely. So hopefully the fat will save the day in the end. And other than that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys for hopefully a blood-free face shave. But I'm not, I don't think it will be. Catch you guys next time.